everyone, it's the Lego Brits here, and today I'm going to be giving you a very easy alternative build to the Lego Star Wars Grogu's Hoverpram, which comes from this year's advent calendar, to make it more screen accurate. And after that, I'm going to be comparing it to a mock I made of exactly the same thing a few months prior to see which one I think is better. So let's get on into it. The Grogu's Hoverpram design that you can see in front of you is taken from the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar from this year, and I think it's a really cool compact design. It represents it very well. This is the first time that Lego has actually made this in minifigure scale, and you can fit little mini Grogu inside, which I'm going to show you in just a minute when I have both of them side by side. But first of all, obviously this is a Christmas design to go with the Advent Calendar feel, but now I'm going to show you how to turn it to a much more screen accurate version using some very easy to find pieces. To do this very easy tutorial, these are the 5 pieces you're going to need. So this is going to be so simple. It's very, very easy to switch out the pieces for grey pieces. So those are the ones there. Feel free, if you want to make different coloured ones, feel free to do that. But these are the pieces that I'm going to use. Very simple design. Let's get on into the tutorial once you've made a note of those pieces. All you're going to need for step 1 is these 2 grill pieces. You can probably guess what I'm going to do. The red colour that's obviously been added to add a Christmassy effect, you can just take those off. So flip it either way and just make sure you get rid of that red one. Just snap that off like that. Very, very easily comes off, and replace it with grey. So it's already looking a lot more screen accurate. These 3 pieces are the only ones left, and now it is time to completely de-Christmasize this Grogu's pram to make it look a lot like it does in the series. So what you want to do is you see both sides of the Hoverpram, a bit like doors. They're not really doors, but you can just kind of take them off like so. That's what you want to do. So turn it around and take them off like so. We're going to adjust them, so just like that. And then we have this piece here, very, very similar to this grey counterpart. So what you want to do, just take off the red piece like so. Sorry if my fingers are getting in the way, it's quite hard to concentrate on both the camera and the build at the same time, and replace it with the grey. So there you can see, just like that. That's a pretty simple step. And then what you're going to do again is you've got the Christmassy version. Get Christmas out of here. Let's replace it with some grey. So all entirely grey. Very, very simple, as you can see. That was the alternate build, so let's just finish off that side there. Looking really good so far. Oh, still got a bit of Christmas left over. No worries, I'm recording this in August, so it feels like I should not be talking about Christmas at all. And then let's put that on there. And there we have it, a completely normal Grogu's Hoverpram. Here is the side-by-side of the 2 different Grogu's Hoverprams. On the right we have Lego's version, and on the left we have my mock. Now if you haven't seen the review and tutorial of my own mock that I made quite early on in this channel, then there'll be a card for that on screen now. Make sure you go and check that out after watching this video, but let's compare them. So this one here is Lego's, and I think that they did a really good job of paying a lot of attention to detail. So at the front, this piece is really meant to mimic the control panel, that when you have a look at Grogu's pram, that's really what it's meant to look like. I would also say that Grogu fits quite snugly into there, whereas here it's a bit of a squeeze to get him in there, which is one of the downsides. However, I think there's some pros to my version as well. I would say that I prefer my version for the shaping of it, just because when you take a look at the front, it looks much more smooth rather than this, which looks like this sticks out, which actually in the whole thing is meant to be a dome in the Mandalorian, and I think this represents it a little bit better. Also, I used more pieces, so I was able to pack in a little more detail. Yes, Lego pays tons of attention to detail, so they're able to fit in that grill piece, but taking a look at that sandy strip along the back, that's very accurate along with these cylindrical pieces, and I think the roof of mine does look a little bit better than Lego's. Lego's, you can't really imagine that the roof goes all the way over Grogu, it doesn't even go past his ears, whereas this one is very, very clear. It's meant to be a dome and it goes over Grogu's head. I would say, however, that Lego's bottom design is a lot better than taking a look at this. It's very, very flat. It looks like a pancake, which isn't very good, whereas this one I think is perfect. Here is the side-on comparison, and what I would say is that I think Lego's is a fair bit smoother than mine. You can see it just kind of goes with each other very, very well, whereas mine looks quite rough. When I built this, I was quite new to mock building, and I'd like to think I've improved since then, but I think I did pretty well to have my design even rivaling Lego's, so I'd be really interested to hear which Hoverpram design do you think is better. Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you think of this alternate build, turning the Christmas one into a screen accurate one. Hope you smash the like button and have a great day. Don't forget that the merch is out now. Get it while you can. Have a great day. Again. Goodbye.